Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video. Guys, if you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code Starco to get $10 worth free stuff. To do so, it is very simple, guys. You go in the settings, use promo code, and you enter the word Starco, S-T-A-R-K-O. You press OK and you will receive a free $10 pack just for you. So use the promo code, guys, for the goodies. And now that we talk about that, so today's video, guys, pretty much we're going to talk about how to build and play Arno, the brand new season pass characters that's getting released on October 30 or 31st, whenever the season pass, 31st in the US. I believe the season pass is getting released, so it's gonna be available there. So today we're gonna be taking a look at him, as we have a really stressful schedule coming for at least the next month with Dragon Champion, with all those Gear 12 challenges that we have to cover. We're gonna keep doing our series of Battleground Offense, showcasing our video and those new characters needing to get reviews. So we have a lot of content, so we're actually doing this video earlier than we usually do it. So let's jump in here. Arno, he's here in the gameplay section. Once we're done talking, you know, we're gonna be showcasing him in this team with General Murdoch lead, with Dr. Frank, Arno, Pigwall, and Old Lure. This is literally gonna be the thing we're gonna be using, but until we actually do that, we're gonna take a look at him. We're gonna take a look at how to build him, what stats we need, what skill we need to get to level 6, and then after that we're gonna jump in gameplay, guys, and have some fun in Arena and Tier 8 raid. So first of all, let's take a look at his skills. First, we have the passive ability Teamwork. If there is more than one goblin in the party, Arno sacrifice 20% of his current health to give all allied goblin a shield equal to 40% of sacrifice health. All Arno healing ability gives all allied goblin a shield equal to 30% of the health healed. When the battle starts, Arno and all allied goblin ranger receive Ace for 2 turns. So there's a lot going on in this actual passive ability. What I'm not sure here is, does his sacrifice is 20% health at the start of the fight? That is what we actually try to remember to look at when we jump into the gameplay. If you reduce this ability to there, you pretty much lose 5% shield. It's the last ability, yeah. So all Arno healing ability give all goblin a shield equal to 25% if you do that. And also when the battle start, Arno and all allied goblin ranger receive Ace for 2 turns is removed. So honestly, 5% shield is not that big, but if you're gonna be playing a ranger like Pigwall with him, just Pigwall, you do want to have that Ace so you can get the Pigwall going much faster and do a lot more damage. Second ability we're gonna be looking at is the third ability, right? Risk Your Neck. Gain talent for 2 turns, recover 5% health for each living goblin in the party. So full goblin team is 25% HP. Increase and inflict an armor decrease for 2 turns to enemies with a healing block. And Surgeon Pigwall recover 5% of his turn meter for each living goblin in the party if he is in the battlefield, making him a lot stronger, obviously, because when you use that talent, pretty much Pigwall will receive 25% turn meter, which is a huge boost. And if you actually get that to level 5, you lose that synergy with that huge synergy with Surgeon Pigwall. So this ability, it's probably going to be the most important to get to level 6, but we're going to come back to that in a minute. And next we have the second ability, which is Demolition Salvo. Start with a 2-turn cooldown. Shoot 4 rocket enemies, each dealing 160% physical damage. Each subsequent rocket to the same target has 80% chance to inflict healing block for 2 turns. So optimally, you will want to use the second skill right before you use the third skill, but at the start of the fight you're gonna have to use the third skill, obviously, because you want to count as the start of the fight. So I'm not sure that this ability is that good to get to level 6, but if you reduce that here, you have, instead of 80%, you have a 70%, you lose 25% damage. So I don't see that as like a must ability to get to level 6, honestly. And then we have the basic ability, piercing a projectile, deal 260% physical damage to an enemy if the target health is above 50%. After damage from this attack penetrate their shield, which can actually be outstanding. You know, a shield getting applied to somebody that is below 50% can be very annoying, but if you have this ability, that can actually be quite awesome. A 60% chance to apply accuracy increase to all goblin ranger for 1 turn if this ability deal damage. So again, great synergy with Big Wall. So pretty much 3 ability that gives synergy to Big Wall. And if we drop that down, you go from 60% chance to apply accuracy increase to 40%. I don't think it is a game changer. You lose 40%. Normal damage, that again, it is not a game changer in my personal opinion. So now the priority for the ability to level 6 will be the third skill is priority number 1 to get that synergy with Surge and Pigwall. That passive ability is number 2 to get that synergy with the Goblin Ranger. And then after that, I have to say both ability were about the same. I'll actually go with this one because healing block will actually be more beneficial to the third skill. So I have to say that will be the third most important ability to get to level 6. And then the least important is going to be Bursting Projectile. So in order again, guys, number 1, you want risk your neck to level 6. And number 2, you want Teamwork to level 6. Number 3, you want Demolition Salvo to level 6. And then lastly, you want Piercing Projectile to level 6 if you care to get it up there. So that covers how to build the skills pretty much. Now, how do you play these skills? We're going to take a look at the runes and artifact in a minute, guys, but how do you play these skills? So turn number 1, you're going to be using your third skill for the taunt, and basically you want to get back that you're going to use 2 turns after you use the taunt. You're going to use the second skills if you're not ability block, obviously, to apply some healing blocks. So that is kind of what you want to do. So first ability you're going to use is the third skill, then you go with the first skill, then you go with the second skills to be ready to have some ability block for when you go back to your taunt. And that's pretty much the rotations are going to go over and over and over. It's taunt on cooldown, and then the second skills the turn before the taunt, and then you fill with the basic ability pretty much. But if you don't get it by the ability block, the constant rotation is always going to be 3-1-2 3-1-2 3-1-2. That is going to be the rotation of this character, which is a very easy rotation and very awesome. Now, if you get ability block, you might have to skip that second skill. Sadly, you need to use the third skill on cooldown, so you won't have a choice. Now, if we talk about runes next, guys. Runes are actually interesting because the heal block is very, very, very important. So you're gonna need potency. But he's also a defender, so you're gonna need as much tenacity as possible. So it's kind of mix of both. So what you're gonna be doing, guys, is that you're gonna go 4 tenacity runes with 2 potency runes, and you're gonna try to get that potency above 80% and that tenacity above 80%. Those are the objectives you want to achieve. And why getting a speed around 160, I think that will be a decent amount of speed. So if we look at the primary you want on this character's primary number 1, you want speed. Primary number 2, you want either armor or HP. Primary number 3, you want potency, because the potency is very important. And then on secondary stats on your runes, you want speed, potency, and tenacity. Like you can see here, we have secondary speed, we have potency on this one. Here we have speed, tenacity. Here we have tenacity and speed, and here we have speed, tenacity, and potency. You can see this is very important to get as much of those 3 stats as possible. Get that speed around 160, get that potency at least 80%, that tenacity at least 80%. And then if we jump to the actual... Sorry, guy, I had to clear my throat for a sec. If we jump to actual artifact, you want to go with either a potency artifact or a tenacity artifact depending on which one is your lowest stats between both. Personally, my lowest stats was actually potency, so I went with the potency with armor artifact to actually wow, I'm losing my voice, guys. To actually have some survivability with your potency. I think that's the actual best artifact for him, because also each attack on hero turn restore 2% of shield per target, up to 6%, so that can actually give him a little bit more shield. It's not as good as this artifact is on Atom, but still does a very good solid job on our boy Arno. Wow, this name is hard to remember. So that is pretty much how to build this characters. Next, we're gonna have to showcase him in gameplay, obviously, and also his tier 2 his gear 12 challenge is not available yet. It's supposed to come later in November. So as soon as it gets released, we are definitely gonna be covering for this character. But now we're going to be jumping first in arena. Want to showcase this guy in arena. A lot of people are scared of Garrett usually, and that's actually a pretty solid team here. So we're going to jump here and we're going to see how this team with Arno can actually handle Garrett. So that's going to be very interesting. Let's jump in there and let's do this. I think that's the most interesting team for this team, to be honest, because Garrett is a huge problem for almost everybody. I want to see if this team can finally take care of these problems by itself. So basically, why we pick this team is because synergy between Pigwall and Arno, and then we bring Dr. Frank as a healer, and synergy between Dr. Frank and Orlure, which is actually pretty solid, and General Murdoch as a lead, obviously, because we need a leader. So that is the reasoning behind this team. Now we're going to get started. That Pigwall is pretty much going to be the one we want to use to destroy Garrett, obviously, and this team does not have a tank, so that really helps us too. Now we're going to use the town, give somebody some turn meter. Who cares? Let's destroy this guy. He's about dead. That should kill him. You can see very easy to take care of him. Now we're gonna lock and load. We're gonna shield up, and we're gonna go get some follow-up attack and get some crazy damage here. Next target we want to kill is this guy, because of the synergy with Garrett. It gets very crazy damage, so we want to do as much damage as possible on him, even though he has a buff immunity, which is definitely annoying, but somebody is going to be able to murder him in a sec here. And not that great, but we kill a bunch of stuff around him, so that was still great. Now we're gonna finish this guy, and then we can actually jump into the rest of the fight. Let's charge up again. Hopefully we are gonna be able to survive. This is actually not that easy at this point. We need to be able to that is why you charge up before the follow-up attack, because you just get crazy follow-up attack with Pigwall, which is awesome. And then we're gonna kill whatever. Now it's pretty much over because everything is dying. So this team can definitely take care of a human team with Garrett. Now if Garrett had a tank, will it be possible? I'm not totally sure, as I don't have any team with Garrett as a tank here, so sadly I cannot really test that, but that gave us a little idea of what this team can do with a similar power, because that was 135,000 versus 129,000, so that was very similar. So that was a very interesting fight. Next we're going to be jumping in arena, not arena, which is the arena, a guild raid. Yeah, let's launch a guild raid tier 8. We're going to jump in there and we're going to test this team against Solace. Obviously we cannot test against Ardog because it is all physical damage, and I have to clear the whole raid to gain access to the last phase, which is way too painful to do with only one person to actually attempt to do it by itself. So we're gonna focus on Salius here, and obviously Mega Wheel is not an option, because Mega Wheel, every time you attack Mega Wheel against turn meters, so after 1 or 2 turns your whole goblin team is gonna be dead because they just attack too much. So that's not gonna be a good one here. So let's bring the goblin team here. Let's select a goblin. So these 3 and these 2, and honestly I think this thing could actually do a very solid job on phase 4 too. Maybe one day they will make it possible for us to test the phase 4 really easy on the test server, but it is not an option right now, so we're just going to test against Solius, which is still going to be very interesting. Now we're also going to have to deal with the taunting from the other bastards, so that's going to be very interesting. So we start with some follow-up attack, I guess. Not much stuff going on yet, but let's see. Now we're going to set that on auto after we deck here, because I want to see how they do on autoplay. I want to see what kind of damage. We already have a lot of damage here. Obviously we have to deal with the town now, but damn. They went down fast, man. They went down freaking fast. Now we're going to switch the target back to him, focus on him as much as possible, and see how much damage we can end up with. Damn, that was a lot of freaking damage. That was probably pig wall mostly, so that's going to be interesting to see how much damage it's been doing. And we can see we have a lot of freaking shield, man. This is actually quite interesting here. We are doing so good right now. Those side people are not even in the way, man. They are just getting wrecked so fast. Already at 15% damage, and we are not done. Everybody is still alive. Arno is going down slowly, but you can see all the shields applying to the whole team with Dr. Frank applying shield. This is crazy. This is definitely, in my opinion, now the second best team for this phase. Arno is finally dead, so might actually start taking some damage soon, which is going to be interesting. But we are down to 24% already. This is outstanding. Almost 25%. If we don't get a talent, we might reach it. Yeah, 26%. Yeah, this is a lot more than I expected here. I did not expect this to be that good without TMR. Well, we have some TMR from General Murdoch, but overall it's no real TMR. And the funny part is that we have old lore still standing, so the change they actually did to old lore actually benefit him a lot. We did 870,000 damage on autoplay with this team without a real TMR other than General Murdoch. So I have to admit, this is an outstanding team. This performed a lot better than I expected. And if we look at the damage, look at the synergy for old lore with the Dr. Frank now. Gives so much damage to old lore. Pig wall synergy with Arno makes him such a monster now. This is actually pretty damn awesome. So you can see this goblin team now, guys, and we don't have them at gear 12 yet. So once we actually get the one we can get to gear 12, that should even be much better. So Arno synergy with Pigwall really is a game changer for this thing, guys. Definitely a game changer now. So Arno is going to be an awesome character. It's actually going to be one of the top defender in the game, I believe, so because he's going to be replacing Atom in the top 5, and in the goblin team is going to be amazing. So let me know, guys, what you think about this new character Arno and this new goblin setup we'll try in this video. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Always also, guys, if you have any question, want to see all the guides I have available, you can join my Discord server. Link it in the description down below. I'm always available to answer all of your questions down there, guys. Also, guys, if you want sneak peek on the videos coming to the channel, you can become a paid member on the channel. The lowest membership starts at $1.99 per month. You should have the link in the description down below, or you should have a join button right next to the subscribe button that you should hit, by the way. So, guys, thank you for watching. You keep enjoying playing Dragon Champion, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.